Okay, welcome to the Modest Investor channel, and thanks very much for tuning in today. In today's video, we're going to talk about the best free sites for stock market research. I've spent years flicking through various sites and using tools trying to work things out. So I've got quite a long list coming up today. There's a wide range of sites and tools looking into how we can analyze various funds and stocks. They're all great for different reasons. So I'm going to do today's video in a bit of a random order to keep things interesting. So it's a good idea if you could watch till the end. If you've got any thoughts on the sites or even today's video, because this is a new style of video, the first time I've actually put myself in front of the camera, please let us know in the comments if you like it. All links to the sites mentioned will be in the description as well. So you no need to take notes whilst watching the video, and also if you could remember to please like the video if you do like it, and subscribe if you want to watch future videos. So first up, we're going to have a look at Yahoo Finance. This is a website that I actually use quite a lot. Initially, you're going to see there's loads of information on it to start with. It's easy to get overwhelmed, but don't worry about that. Today I'm going to just go through a couple of things that I really like. I tend to look at the market section sometimes. As you see, there's a wide variety of things. There's also financial calendars that's quite useful, and you can easily look into see what's going on generally with the world stock indices on this page. There's even a bit on cryptocurrencies as well if you're interested in that. What I actually tend to use it for the most, though, is you can search for any ticker symbol. Here's Nvidia, for example, and you can basically get a lot of data that you want based around this stock. As you say, here's a quick summary about the stock, some key stats. I really like the statistics page, which gives you stats instantly. For example, P ratios, price to sales ratios, profit margins, return on assets, that sort of thing. So we're getting into a lot of detail here, but that's what I like about Yahoo Finance, is you can get all this data really quickly and easily. But also, if you go on the financials tab as well, you can look at the accounts. Basically, you can look at the income statement, the balance sheet, and cash flow. Another thing I really like about Yahoo Finance is the screeners. So you can screen thousands of stocks very quickly. They've got their pre-built screeners as well, but I like to create my own, which is quite quick and easy to do, and you can save that as well. The next site I'm going to talk about today is currentmarketvaluation.com, which does exactly what it says on the tin, really. It's got tools for working out whether the market is overvalued or undervalued as a whole. There's quite a few different pages. There's also some random stuff like the VIX Fear Index. But what I particularly use it for is the valuation models, such as the Buffett indicator, which if we click on this, I won't run through what the Buffett indicator is today, but basically it looks at the stock market as a whole and tries to tell you if overall the market is overvalued. And you can see today the Buffett indicator says strongly overvalued. And there's another one. There's also the price earnings ratio model as well, which is also saying strongly overvalued. Another website that I actually quite like is Simply Wall Street. I don't use this too often. There are a variety of features on it. There's a community. You can discover stocks based on other people's ideas. There is a screener. But what I do like about this site is quite graphical, which can make it a bit more fun and easier to use for research. But I do like the stock rundowns they have, and you can look at valuations of the stock, so you can see whether they think that a stock is overvalued or undervalued, but which could be useful when you're coming to make a purchase of a stock. Okay, the next site I'm going to talk about is trustnet.com. This is a site I use probably every 2 to 3 months, something like that. What I do on here is I look at the page with the tables of performance of investment trusts, and I can also see here the premium to discount of the investment trust compared to net asset value, which is something that I like to look at. And you can also look at the performance of funds. And another feature on it, which I don't really use, is you can, if you like to follow the various fund managers, you can see how well they've done over the various years. And if you look, some of them haven't done so well, so you maybe wouldn't want to follow them so much. Maybe they've got a very good excuse. They could be investing in a very difficult market, and there's quite a few of those around at the moment. So yeah, so that's trustnet.com. A bit of a different site, but I really like it, and it's very handy. That links nicely to the next site I'm going to talk about, which is called CEF Connect. CEF stands for closed-end funds, and you can do a similar thing to what you can do with TrustNet. You can pull reports and look at the performance and various stats of funds that you find interesting. Okay, you may or may not have heard of the magic formula investing strategy. This was a strategy that has previously outperformed the general market. What you do is you use it to select stocks, and it was made famous and invented by a guy called Joel Greenblatt. I've made a video on this, so that's in the description. I'm also trying this strategy out for myself, and you can see how I'm getting on a platform called eTORO, which I will put a link to in the description as well. It's very simple. You create a free login, you put in there the market cap, the number of stocks that you want to see, 30 or 50, you click get stocks, and here you go, it comes up with your selection. I won't talk about the magic formula too much on today's video, so I'm just talking about the free sites, but it's well worth a look. It is really worth a look. Even if you're not following the formula, you can look on this site for ideas for stocks to invest in if you do want to stock pick. Okay, the next site I'm going to talk about is companiesmarketcap.com, which does exactly as you would have thought it would do, and that is rank the companies around the world based on their market capitalization. So you can basically see which is the most valuable companies in the world, which is quite interesting. It's got a nice easy layout. There's various tabs to flick through. One in particular that dividend investors might be interested in is that you can see the current percentage dividend and rank all the companies based on that. I mean, you're going to have to be a little bit careful and do your research on this one, because I suspect a dividend of 1,739% is probably not quite right. And I mean, let's face it, if we were just to invest in this stock for a few years, we'd all be retiring if that was true. So I do your research on the back of that, but it's interesting for a place to start to look if you are going to be a stock picker. The next site I'm going to quickly talk about is called TipRanks. That's tipranks.com. It's not a site that I use very often, but I know it's very popular. It's basically could be quite a good site for generating ideas, perhaps. There are tools and screeners on here as well. Some things you are going to have a premium account, but there is a lot for free, so you might want to check that one out. Okay, Seeking Alpha is the site I would like to talk about very briefly next. I don't use this one too much at all, but it is very popular. And what I think people particularly love about it is the stock analysis done by other investors, and some of them are professional as well. So a great place for generating ideas. There's loads of other features about the site, and as I say, I personally don't use it. The free version you can see a lot, but for full access you are going to have to pay as well. Before I actually finished filming this video today, I thought I'd have a look at what other YouTubers say on the same topic of the best free websites, and one YouTuber in particular called New Money highlighted a website called QuickFS. And what I really like about this website, as he mentioned, is that you can see 10 years of data instantly, which is pretty rare for a free stock market site. So that's one worth checking out. Another website highlighted was dataroma.com, and this website focuses on super investors. These are investors, fund managers whose funds should have outperformed the market, such as the S&P 500. And there's plenty of data about the various super investors. You can look at the top 10 most owned stocks, for example, and there's also ways that you can display the data in a different way, so you can see what these super investors are actually investing in. So I think it's worth a look. Yeah. And one more website that I'm going to talk about today is finviz.com. I don't personally use this website too much, but it's very popular, and it has got a very succinct, I think is the word, layout. It's easy to use, and as you can see, it's got a really good stock screener as well. Right, well, hopefully you've enjoyed today's video, and I've highlighted some really quite impressive free sites for stock market research. Investing is very much a personal thing, so some sites you might find useful and some you might not, but I hope you found something out of today's video. I wanted to also highlight that there's no financial advice in this video, and even when you go on these websites, you're going to see advice, you're going to see tips, bits of news that hint towards it, and analyst reviews, and you need to be really careful, particularly if you're stock picking. So make sure you do your own research. In the description I'll put the link to all the sites and a couple of books as well that I might have mentioned. Please do drop some comments. I'd love to know what you think about this video, so I can try and improve for future videos. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching, and see you again next time.